Lieutenant Olivia Winters stood at the observation deck of the Horizon Dawn, watching stars streak by as the massive ship traveled through space. 6 months had passed since Earth joined the Galactic Concord, and she still felt the weight of responsibility as the cultural liaison officer. "Lieutenant, Captain requests your presence on the bridge," said Communications Officer Ryan Kelly through her earpiece. Olivia straightened her blue uniform and made her way through the curved corridors. The ship hummed with activity as they approached Viridia, where the diplomatic summit would take place. Captain Liam Donovan nodded as she entered. "Olivia, we'll be arriving in 3 hours. The Viridians are particular about protocol. Review the briefing again." "Yes, sir," she replied, returning to her quarters. Olivia studied the historical records carefully. The Concord consisted of 17 advanced civilizations, but references to an elder race called the Architects appeared frequently, always with tones of fear and respect. They were described as brilliant warriors who vanished centuries ago after defeating the tyrannical Nexus Empire. When the Horizon Dawn finally docked at the Viridian space station, Olivia felt the tension immediately. The other delegates regarded the humans with suspicious glances. "They act like we might bite," whispered Security Chief Grace Porter. The welcome ceremony took place in a vast hall with crystalline walls. Delegates from all 17 worlds gathered around a central platform where Supreme Counselor Elaine Bennett of Earth stood proudly. "We welcome our human friends," announced High Minister Patricia Ward of Viridia, though her smile seemed forced. "Before we begin formal negotiations, we have prepared a historical presentation." The lights dimmed, and a holographic display appeared, showing ancient battle footage. Massive ships exchanged fire against a backdrop of unfamiliar stars. Then the image focused on a single commander, a figure in distinctive armor directing the battle with calm authority. "This conflict shaped our modern galaxy," said Patricia. "The defeat of the Nexus Empire brought freedom to countless worlds." She turned to the human delegation with an evaluating gaze. "Can any of you identify the ancient warlord who led this victory?" Olivia stared at the hologram, her heart suddenly racing. The commander removed his helmet, revealing a face she knew from old family photographs kept in her grandmother's study. "That's my grandfather," she said softly. Then louder as all eyes turned to her, "It's William Winters." The room erupted in shocked whispers and gasps. Guards surrounded Olivia immediately. The room fell silent as Patricia Ward raised her hand. "Take her to the council chamber," Patricia ordered. 2 guards led Olivia away while Captain Donovan protested. "She is under my command," he argued, but the Viridian officials stood firm. In a circular room with high ceilings, Olivia sat alone at a table. Her heart pounded as 5 council members entered, including Patricia. "Explain yourself," Patricia demanded. "How could William Winters be your grandfather? The Liberator lived centuries ago." Olivia took a deep breath. "My grandfather died when I was 16. He was just a quiet old man who lived on our family farm in Montana. He rarely spoke of his past." "Show us proof of your connection," said Counselor Daniel Wright, his voice skeptical. Olivia reached for the medallion she always wore under her uniform. "He gave me this before he died." The council members gasped when they saw the silver disc with its strange markings. "The Liberator's seal," whispered Patricia. "May we scan your DNA?" After a quick blood test, the council members huddled around a screen, their faces showing shock. It matches," Daniel confirmed. "She carries his genetic code." Meanwhile, on the Horizon Dawn, Captain Donovan received an urgent message from Admiral Helen Foster. "Captain, the truth is complicated," the Admiral explained through the secure channel. "Our admission to the Concord was a test. They feared humans might be descendants of the Architects." "What does this have to do with Lieutenant Winters?" Donovan asked. "Everything. The Architects weren't aliens. They were humans who traveled to the stars long before our official space program." Back in the council chamber, Olivia remembered her childhood. Grandfather William is teaching her strange fighting moves that might come in handy someday. Bedtime stories about brave space captains that seemed too detailed to be made up. "Your grandfather led the resistance against the Nexus Empire," Patricia explained. "He freed 17 worlds and established the first Concord. Then he vanished." "Why would he go to Earth?" Olivia asked. Daniel leaned forward. "That's what we've wondered for centuries. Why would the most powerful military leader in the galaxy abandon everything to live as a farmer on a pre-spaceflight world?" Patricia placed an ancient tablet on the table. It showed the same symbol as Olivia's medallion. "We believe he was protecting something," she said. "And now that you've revealed yourself, others will come looking for whatever it was." A loud alarm suddenly blared through the station. "We're under attack," Daniel announced, checking his communication device. "Ships have appeared from hyperspace. They're demanding we hand over the architect's descendant." The station shook as the first shots hit the outer shields. Patricia grabbed Olivia's arm and pulled her toward a hidden door in the wall. "This way," she urged. The historical archives are protected by the strongest defenses. They rushed through narrow corridors until they reached a vault door. Patricia pressed her hand against a scanner, and the massive door slid open. "You'll be safe here while we deal with the attack," she said, before sealing Olivia inside. The archive room was filled with ancient artifacts and glowing data terminals. Olivia approached one that activated at her touch. Images appeared showing her grandfather leading troops across alien landscapes, standing tall among different species, all looking to him for guidance. William Winters, a computerized voice stated, known as the Liberator, military genius, tactical innovator, compassionate leader. Olivia watched recordings of her grandfather speaking to cheering crowds. His voice strong and confident, so different from the quiet man she remembered. On the Horizon Dawn, Captain Donovan received a transmission from a woman named Samantha Green, a diplomat from one of the Concord worlds. "Captain, you must leave immediately," Samantha warned. "The Sentinel faction believes humans are too dangerous to join the Concord. They're planning to attack Earth next." "Why?" Donovan demanded. "They fear the return of the Architect's power. Their Lieutenant Winters has confirmed their worst fears." In the archive, Olivia discovered a personal log from her grandfather. His image appeared, looking much as she remembered him, but wearing the uniform of a fleet commander. "If you're seeing this, then my bloodline has returned to the stars," William said. "I came back to Earth to protect it from something worse than the Nexus. The medallion I left contains coordinates to a defense system I built. Trust no one until you understand why I hid our true history." That night, Olivia dreamed vividly of star maps and battle plans. She saw through her grandfather's eyes as he made the decision to return to Earth. When she woke, she knew exactly what to do. She found Patricia waiting outside the archive. The attack was repelled, but they'll be back with more ships. "I need to return to Earth immediately," Olivia said firmly. "My grandfather left something there to protect us. The Sentinel faction has already dispatched." "A fleet to your homeworld," Patricia replied grimly. "They aim to eliminate the threat of the Architects once and for all." "Then we have no time to waste," Olivia said, clutching her medallion. "My grandfather wasn't running away when he went to Earth. He was preparing for this day." The Horizon Dawn raced toward Earth, pushing its engines beyond safety limits. Out. On the bridge, Captain Donovan received urgent messages from Earth Defense Command. "Unknown vessels have entered the solar system," reported Communications Officer Kelly. "Earth is mobilizing all defenses, but they're outmatched." Olivia studied her medallion under a scanner. "These aren't just decorative patterns," she explained to the captain. "They're coordinates on the lunar surface, the moon." Donovan looked skeptical. "We've had bases there for decades. Someone would have found anything unusual." "Not if it was hidden by technology beyond our understanding," Olivia replied. "My grandfather was protecting something there." As they approached Earth, they saw the Sentinel faction's warships already in orbit. Earth's defense fleet engaged them, but they were clearly outgunned. "We need to reach the moon without being detected," Olivia said. Captain Donovan nodded. "We'll use the battle as cover. I'll take you and a small team in the shuttle." They launched during a heavy exchange of fire, the small shuttle slipping past the battle toward the dark side of the moon. Following the coordinates from the medallion, they landed near a crater that showed no special features. "There's nothing here," said Security Chief Porter as they stepped onto the lunar surface in their spacesuits. Olivia walked to the center of the crater and removed her medallion. She held it up, the ground beneath them began to shift. Dust fell away, revealing a metallic surface with a small indentation, perfectly shaped for the medallion. "Stand back," Olivia warned as she placed the medallion into the slot. The lunar surface split open, revealing a stairway leading down into darkness. Lights activated automatically as they descended, illuminating a vast underground facility filled with technology unlike anything they had seen before. At the center stood a control platform. When Olivia approached, a holographic image of her grandfather appeared. "Hello, granddaughter," William's image said. "If you're here, then the time has come. Centuries ago, humans were not confined to Earth. We were the architects, builders, and explorers who spread across the stars." The hologram showed images of ancient human civilizations on distant planets. After a devastating war that nearly destroyed everything, our ancestors made a choice. They decided to start over, to forget our power until we learned wisdom. I returned to Earth to protect this legacy and prepare defenses for the day when the past would find us again. The facility hummed to life around them, systems activating after centuries of dormancy. "This is one of many outposts I established," William continued. "It contains a planetary shield system and the truth about our history. The choice is now yours. Will you awaken humanity's ancient power to defend Earth, knowing it may change us forever?" Outside, the battle for Earth intensified as more Sentinel ships arrived. Olivia placed her hands on the control platform. The system recognized her DNA, and energy surged through the facility. "Planetary defense system activating," announced a computerized voice. On the view screens, they watched as hidden installations across the lunar surface powered up. Beams of light shot from the moon toward Earth, connecting to form a shimmering shield around the planet. The Sentinel ships fired at the shield, but their weapons could not penetrate it. Captain Donovan received reports from Earth that the attacking fleet was pulling back, regrouping at the edge of the solar system. "We've bought some time," he said, "but they'll be back with reinforcements." Olivia studied the information flowing across the screens. This facility contains more than just defenses. It has communication systems that can reach the entire Concord. "What are you planning?" asked Security Chief Porter. "My grandfather left me a message for a reason," Olivia replied. "Not just to fight, but to reveal the truth." She activated the communication array and requested an emergency session with the Galactic Concord Council. Soon, the faces of representatives from all 17 worlds appeared on the main screen, including Patricia Ward. "Members of the Concord," Olivia began. "I am Olivia Winters, granddaughter of William Winters, who you knew as the Liberator. I have discovered the truth he protected." She shared the historical records from the lunar base, showing how humans had once been the architects, a powerful civilization that chose to limit itself. "My grandfather did not hide on Earth out of fear," she explained. "He returned to guide humanity's development. We chose to forget our power until we learned to use it wisely." The council members listened in stunned silence. "The architects weren't conquerors," Olivia continued. "They were protectors who eventually withdrew from galactic affairs to start fresh. My grandfather believed that one day humans would return to the stars with new perspective." She displayed her grandfather's final recorded message to the council. "I dream of a day when my descendants rejoin the galactic community," William's image said. "Not as conquerors, but as partners.
Ow.
The technology I've preserved is not meant for domination, but for protection and growth." The Concord debated fiercely. Some feared human potential, while others saw opportunity in alliance. Finally, Patricia spoke. "The Sentinel faction acted without authorization. We propose a new treaty. Humans will share the recovered technology gradually." "Under joint oversight, we accept," Captain Donovan replied. In the days that followed, the Sentinel fleet withdrew. Olivia was appointed as Earth's ambassador to the Concord, a bridge between worlds just as her grandfather had been. In her new quarters on the Viridian Station, Olivia found a package waiting for her grandfather's personal journal. The final page contained coordinates to other hidden architect outposts throughout the galaxy. "The stars have always been our home," his handwriting read. "Now it's your turn to guide humanity's return." Olivia smiled, feeling the weight of legacy and the promise of the future. Her grandfather's journey had ended, but hers was just beginning.